First up is a dairy delivery art decoed out featuring the Beatles album A Hard Day's Night. This was one of the Beatles' very earliest albums, and this album came out in 1964, selling 11 million copies worldwide to date, featuring some of the greatest songs in rock and roll history. And most of these in the early days of the Beatles were good love songs that just made the girls and the crowds and everybody go wild and nuts. Well, I'm wild and nuts about it too, because I'm one of those guys that actually does like some of the early Beatles. Songs on this album, such as my personal favorite, If I Fell, where they're talking about, if I fall in love with you, you can't hurt me like that last girl did. Don't do me like that. If I fell, I'm going to give you a chance. Don't you break my heart. That's what that song was about. There's other great songs on there like I Should Have Known Better, which features a mean harmonica. For years and years in blues and rock and roll and hard rock songs, the harmonica has been a wonderful instrument to bring a different dynamic to a song. And I think if you go and listen to that one, you'll agree and you'll enjoy it just like I do. Also on that album was the very popular song Can't Buy Me Love. And now, not only did the Beatles have a hit album here, selling millions and millions of records, they also made this into a feature-length film that was probably one of the very first rock and roll films to be successful, featuring all four members of a band in a comedic way, but a storytelling way also, because you see, back then there was no YouTube, there was no MTV, there was no streaming services, and there were no podcasts. If you wanted to see your favorite act, you had better pray that they came on TV in some way, shape, or form, or put out a feature-length film like this, A Hard Day's Night, and you can still go and watch that film, which features many of the iconic songs that are on this album. Some of the other songs that I haven't mentioned to you yet, Anytime at All, which I think is a great song. The song Things We Said Today. Go check that one out if you've never listened to it, you've never heard it. Listen to that one. And also the song You Can't Do That. That's not a love song, but it kind of is. It's the Beatles talking about you can't do that to me, talking about don't cheat. It's a song about cheating. Not only did they write a lot of love songs, but they wrote songs about cheaters too, and that's one of them. If you want to know what I mean, go listen to A Hard Day's Night.